Hello, hello. We are finally in Shadowbringers, so let's get started. Rain, shush. Also, hello. Nice to see you. Hey, Andrew. Thank you for the check-in. Oh, I see. Oh. Oh man, got the new quest accepted jingle. Bacon makes everything better. Aw, all of our friends are here helping him out. Oh my goodness. Character growth. It did stick. Damn, she's gotten savage. Before she was like, oh, why don't my sister look at me again? And now she's like, ugh, my sister. All right, other character growth. She's gotten tired of her sister. Aw.
Look how many people there are! Should we get to it then? Pick up anything that seems the least bit device-like, and we'll make ourselves a pile.
Well, if it isn't the hero of the hour, maybe you'll change our look. We've found bugger all without you.
Biggs! Wedge!
Aye, aye. Well, we could hardly say no to a call for aid from the Scions. Jesse called the chief for some other business. So we'll be working twice as hard to make up for his not being here.
Thrice as hard, even.
Thank you, both of you. I'm sure we'll find that beacon in no time.
I'm not seeing anything out here. Do you reckon you could squeeze in there, Wedge?
And get stuck halfway? No, thank you.
I could try if you like.
Tataru, no! We couldn't ask you to do that.
Oh, I'll be fine. This receptionist is not afraid to get her hands dirty.
Sorry, I meant to say, the scholars haven't finished their preliminary assessment of the site yet, so we're not supposed to venture too far in. What's that you got there? Now that looks promising.
Isn't that the Ironworks symbol? Counterfeiters?
Now I have you.
You are right.
What's happening?
Stay with me. Focus on my voice. Let expanse contract. Eon become instant.
Wait, this must be it. The device. Oh, this is supposed to happen.
Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Oh, safe journey, warrior of light. Find our friends and bring them home.
And this is why you don't pick up random things off the ground.
The dawn's light will shine again.
Oh, do not look at me so.
You're slaves to a tyrant! There's no freedom in that!
This is one battle you cannot fight.
Away with you! Go! Your spirited accounts always comes in well context.
We did everything right! Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this!
Your time has not yet come.
Oh man, that unresolved plot point from Heavensward. Which means we sidestepped Stormblood entirely.
endless dreams I awake. Something vague, yet urgent, calls me to action once more.
Rare to meet someone out here who's not a peddler themselves. What brings you into the wilds this time of night? Well, if it ain't the oldest joke in the book. Me granddad, God's rest his soul, used to tell that one to the barman at kicking out time. And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? You rotten old drunk, you, he'd reply. Yeah. Over 100 bleeding years ago, that's when. You got that look down to a T. I'd almost think you meant it. Ah, got to you, did they? Poor beggar. That explains it then. Well, I've roads to travel and wares to sell, but you'd best hurry along to the town nearby. Just head east through the trees and aim for the Shining Tower. You'll find the place soon enough. 'Tis the biggest settlement for malms around. Go on now, friend. They'll take good care of you in the Crystarium.
Dizzying heights it rises, the gleaming spire, its tip threatening to pierce the blinding canopy. There, it will all begin anew, between dark and light, the pure and the corrupt, the one true struggle.
All right, couple things. One, I do like that our character will not take a drink from a stranger. Doesn't matter how nice they are. It shows that they remember Heavensward very keenly. Probably Realm Reborn too, because it was also a poison goblet there. Welcome back, Andrew. Secondly, I like the use of literary symmetry. It's not something they've used until this expansion, really. Where it echoes the very beginning of the game. Like I mentioned before, on a technical level, they get a lot better starting from this expansion, where they start using more advanced literary tricks, more advanced literary techniques to communicate their story. Anyway, let's go.
Halt! Every face in this city I know. Yours, I do not. This is the threshold of the Crystarium, stranger, and I am its gatekeeper. If you would enter, you will answer my questions. From where do you hail? Do you take me for a fool? No such place exists. Had you given me an honest answer, I would not have barred your way. We care little here for a person's place of origin. But instead, you chose concealment. And I will not suffer you to pass.
Listen, I was being truthful. Oh no, our buddy.
That one had eaten. It must have gulped down the whole hand. Ring and all.
A game, I just saw it. I know.
Everything all right, Captain?
Quite all right, my lord. Just a stray sin eater, and a weak one at that.
I see. Weak or not, we should be on the lookout for more. But I see you've met my guest. I will escort her to the Crystarium myself, if you've no objections.
Another of your mysterious friends, is it? I should have known. Very well. I'll inform the others your guest is to be given the run of the city. Pray forgive my less than cordial welcome. May the rest of your stay with us be a pleasant one.
Come with me. I will answer whatever questions you have when we are somewhere more private.
No, you won't.
Right then, before we plunge into the wheres and wherefores, let me first thank you for answering my summons. I had intended to bring you directly to my personal quarters, but I fear my aim was slightly off. That you were still able to make the crossing unharmed is a great relief. And so, we come to the question of where. The realm in which you now find yourself belongs to one of the 13 reflections, or shards. The first, to be precise, even if its inhabitants are largely oblivious to the fact. As to wherefore, having been awarded the rather grandiose title of Crystal Exarch, I, in my capacity as caretaker of the Crystarium, thought to seek the aid of you and your companions.
This is the one that I went with my first time.
That is a question with no simple answer. But all shall be explained in due course, I promise you.
Right.
Let us begin with the glaring skies up above. Here in the first, the world has been all but consumed by primordial light. It began a century ago, by this realm's reckoning. A luminous flood swallowing everything in its path. More than 9/10 of this star was lost. And the fortunate few who survived are hounded by abominations born of that catastrophe even now. Sin Eaters, we call them. The creature you saw earlier was one such monstrosity.
Hey, Katarina.
It was to save the first from this menace that I learned to bridge the rift between worlds. That I might call upon the aid of the greatest of heroes. And though it meant depriving a world of its champion, I had to try, for in saving the first, you would bring salvation to the source as well.
And you needed this exposition, why?
But what manner of host harangues his guests in the middle of the road? Let us continue our talk within the Crystarium.
Yes, thank you. I'm not fighting with it. A lot of it is shown to you, and I don't like it when they show me and then tell me. Like, please don't insult my intelligence. I figured it out. Thanks.
Such a proud and vibrant city. The sole sanctuary for the living in a world all but resigned to oblivion. Each stone was laid with hope. The town itself a symbol, a monument to defiance in the face of death. No would-be hero could fail to answer its call. For who among us does not yearn for salvation?
Just because it's common doesn't mean I have to like it. It can still be wrong. Meh. Well, not wrong, just they could have used the resources somewhere else. No, I'm not saying you are. I'm just, again, like, yeah. Like, and I understand why, because if they don't do that, then people will then accuse it of being confusing because they are not paying attention. So like, I understand why it exists, and I understand that it's valuable. So I'm not saying it's bad. But it's very telling that the writers are reduced to, okay, I've shown you. Now I'm going to make sure you understood, because now I'm going to tell you the exact same information, but in words this time, just in case. Like, it's real sad that they've been reduced to that. I much prefer just to be shown and to figure it out. You know? Like, when they called the white monster a Sin Eater, I didn't need an exposition of the monstrosities are Sin Eaters, guys. Like, I know. I heard them call it that. Same thing with the ring. Like, I just saw the ring. You don't have to then show me a scene of my character remembering, oh, that's the merchant guy. Like, I just saw him. I know. Like, come on. All right, there's that. There's that. Is it a better cane? It's not a better cane. A firmer grasp. Oh, okay. More explanation. Is it a mystery? I'll get there when we get there. Attune. So, this one's more a me thing. I would have loved, personally, to be inconvenienced by it and to not be able to get back to the source before the end of the story. I can see why they didn't do that. A lot of people would have gotten very upset if they hadn't done that. But I would have loved it. I would have been all about it. 100%. I mean, but it'd be thematic, which is what I care about. Like, I would have 100% been like, yes. I was yeeted across the blind eternities. Like, I should not be able to just trace my way back home. That's definitely a personal preference. The Crystarium really is really pretty, though. It's probably my favorite hub area, hub town. Like, still. It's very pretty. Well, and it's pretty in, like, the exact way that I would find it pretty. I love the stonework. I love the introduction of like the metal. I love the blue. Like it's very me. Did I wander off without? Yeah, I did. Shoot. I don't think they will, just because it's technically not our home world. Like, I see us getting a house on Tuliolal faster than I see us getting a house on the first. Yeah. You're a mood, sir. Should never start a conversation with, as you know. Don't give me a children's book. Sir, do I look like a child to you? He looks so happy with that book in his arms. It's most people's favorite expansion. Hi, Stella. I've already snarked it a few times. That's a really good idle animation. I love that idle animation because he's so happy to have that book in his arms. It's very cute. He seems to cherish all books. That's kind of his default, like, I have book in arm thing. Okay. You're just gonna, you know, keep going at it, are they? Oh no! What has Twitch done now? I went the wrong way, didn't I? No, I didn't. I do remember my way around.
Huh? Who? What? Oh!
How dare you? Oh, that's weird. Yes, Stella. Hi. I understand. I'm glad that you do. Most people do. Oh, I'm not nearly good enough at crafting to do this yet, but thank you. I don't even have one at level 50 yet. So I've been doing it, you know, nice and slow. I know, right? Listen, Stella, I don't have to do it fast. Ice already has it. I mean, that's fine. I personally don't ever feel the need to do that. Here are the things that they told me. Have fun. I'm just a casual player. Yes, let me in.
Welcome to the Ocular, my private study. We can speak here without fear of being overheard. I have much to explain, but the truths which I must touch upon in doing so would cause only distress and confusion to the people of this world. Pray keep that in mind. Now, I am sure you are desperate to know the fate of your fellow scions. To put it simply, they are here in the first. Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine. Here, time flows at a different pace from that of the source. In the space of a single hour in your home world, an entire year might pass in the first, and the reverse could also be true. The pace fluctuates without rhyme or reason, and it cannot be predicted. That said, we seem to be entering a period of near equivalence, and thus, for the moment, you need not overly concern yourself with the passage of time.
How convenient.
As for your companions, however, Y'shtola and Urianger have dwelt here for 3 winters, all told, while Thancred's count stands at 5. Even our more recent arrivals, Alphino and Alize, have lived in the first for almost a year. My intention had been to summon only you, but the art of reaching across worlds has proven exceedingly difficult to master. Thus it was that my fumbling hand closed upon those to whom your fate is most closely bound as well. As they were not the object of my summons, their transference was incomplete. Though they may appear to possess corporeal bodies, they are, in truth, merely spirits that one can see and touch.
He just can't come in with clothes, can he?
While you yourself will be able to pass between worlds with relative freedom, they will not. Much as it grieves me, they are stranded here, unable to return. We spent every waking hour searching for a way to reverse the summoning. In the beginning, at least. As you may have surmised, however, our efforts met with little success. And then we all but abandoned the endeavor once Urianger shared with us the vision he had witnessed during his journey through the rift. In that chaotic no-man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw was the future, that which would one day come to pass. In his vision of tomorrow, the first was rejoined with the source. This collision of worlds brought about the 8th umbral calamity and the deaths of countless multitudes. Amongst those who perished, Urianger clearly saw the fall of the Scion's mightiest champion. He watched you die. And thus did the Scions embrace their exile, and began searching this world for a means to forestall the coming catastrophe in yours. Their souls are stranded in the first, yes, but they have fought on, desperate to save their home and you from destruction. Nor have their efforts been in vain, for it was they who finally established that the elimination of the Sin Eaters will indeed serve to prevent the calamity. Considering these circumstances of our meeting, you would be forgiven for doubting my version of events. And so, before all else, I would suggest you track down your comrades and hear the tale from their lips. I shall of course be happy to assist in these reunions, and you need not make any decisions regarding your involvement until you are certain of where you stand. Meanwhile, I promise I will not rest until I have found a way to help your friends return home. What say you? Have I earned your trust for the moment, at least?
I love this. So, remember how I say what matters is what we are and are not allowed to say? If you look, our character is not, no, not really. Literally, for the moment, or I'm gonna make you keep the promise, or not really. Like, there is no like, absolutely I trust you, because it's this weird shady person who we don't know who he is.
Excellent. You will not regret this.
Mm-hmm.
With that settled, we shall have to see about getting you ready for the road. Traveling across the rift has no doubt left you weary. I will arrange for a room where you might rest in comfort. While it's being prepared, perhaps I can show you around.
All right. so-called mysterious person.
This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium. Aught you might need to prepare for your journeys can be purchased here. Ah, yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gil you carry will serve you well enough. Each nation once minted its own coins, but 'twas all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal. As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gil, a word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here. And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice. From what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here, or near enough not to matter. Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower, some of which may be familiar to you. But I fear it would not be practical for us to provide everything to which you are accustomed. You shall need a means to access the commodities of your homeworld. Avan Kerm Sin?
Yes, I'm here! Of course I'm here! What amusements do you have for me today?
My dear Feo Ul, paragon of pixie kind. For you, I have the most vital task. This fine lady is a friend from a distant realm. And we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from her home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
You came from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift? How wonderfully exciting! What a brave and reckless and marvelous thing you did! You've the heart of a pixie, you do. After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin. But answer me this, traveler. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails? Just as I thought! Then you've a good stout connection with your home through which all your belongings, great and small, may easily pass. From this moment forth I will be your Isne Fis, and you my Snay Yak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the other. Raise your hand. done. We are bound now, dearest sapling. Come then. Make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
You should take it down like 2 notches.
Mayhap her message to your friends in the Source to inform them of your safe arrival.
Consider it done.
As you heard, that was Feo Uld of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium. Right, we were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
I'm so glad. I've never had to pay for an inn room in my life.
You.
I know you. You're the warrior of light from the Source. What? Did you just... You can hear me? Oh, gods, how long has it been? That was what I called myself in your world. The Warrior of Darkness. My real name is Ardbert. I used an alias in the Source. A daft one, looking back. If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood. We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Ascians, let them guide us to the source and try to hasten their goddamned ardor. I remember when we fell, defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia, how she listened to our pleas and returned our souls to the First. The flood was poised to swallow Norvrand. Minfilia and my friends, they surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Just faded away, leaving me to bear witness. Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood? 100 years. 100 long years. My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift. I feel as if I've been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges. Then bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room. Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that? You were summoned to save the First. A waste of time. This world is beyond saving, like those who try to save it. Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured. If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end. Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light. But do me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
Don't look straight at camera while saying that. That's cheesy.
how did you find your new quarters? I trust you were able to rest.
You've got a ghost problem.
I was not aware the room was haunted, and you were rather tired. Well, should you receive another visitation, be sure to let me know. Now, let us return to the subject of the Scion's whereabouts. This map shows the lands of Norvrand, the only area to be spared the flood of light. The Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland. To the north is the fairy kingdom of Il-Meg. That is where you'll find Urianger. To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Rak-Tika. Your Stola is stationed there, in the heart of the forest. Alas, neither location can be reached without considerable difficulty. As such, I would suggest you first seek out one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystarium. Alphino is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulmore, where the rich and privileged while away their days in idleness. For his part in furthering our cause, Alphino journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what I hear, he has since kept himself busy gathering information around the main settlement. Alize, meanwhile, traveled south to the arid wastes of Armarang. They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the flood of light was halted. Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin Eaters. In contrast to her brother, Alize felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the enemy, and thus she sells her services as a guard, both to hone her skills and gather information on our foe. So, will it be Calicia or Armarang? It matters not which you choose to visit first. Simply inform me once you have made your decision, and I will see to it that you are provided with a suitable mount. Ah, but you must be wondering about Thancred. He has taken up with a new companion, and is presently engaged as a wandering hunter of Sin Eaters. Being ever on the move, his whereabouts are often difficult to ascertain, but I am certain your paths will cross ere long.
She nearly killed him. On sight. And that's an Amaro. Look how cute they are and fluffy. That's what you'll see Ice riding on 99.9% of the time. If I ever have Ice on screen. Dude just try to peddle his wares at me. Over here just going, I'm busy. Alrighty. Well, we tried to say no. Uh-huh. Oh man, we're gonna tell him all about the world that he doesn't actually live in. I feel like we've done a great thing for this child. Listen, I gotta clean my map. Thank you for the hydrate. Yes. String check. Just gonna casually tell me that he's turning into a monster and then saying, "Don't worry, I've got it." You guys seem like nice people. Oh man. And guess what? I can grab these two. I have not touched any of these marks, but you know, here I am. Get him. I guess our ultimate goal is to kill Nutsy. Okay. Solve them. Solve them for now. Okay.
Arang. From this parched earth, the nation of Nabath, Arang, once rose. When I journeyed here, long ago, I spoke with a sun-weathered elder. He told me Arang meant majestic land in the language of his people. And so it might still be, were it not for the light's unrelenting onslaught.
All right. There's that.
Master Gengen, this is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you about.
Very good, very good. Though friend or no, all are welcome in Mord's Souk.
Souk is Mordish for city. As things stand, this souk boasts the largest and busiest marketplace in all Armorang. You'll find ore from the mines here, of course, but all manner of other things too, many of them rare. As I told you before, not many visit Armorang by choice, but Mord Souk's a different story. Merchants come from miles around to purchase the relics the Mord dig up.
Aye, that they do. For Mord do not dismiss the spoils of the earth. We clean them and polish them and reveal to the world their true value. That is why they come here, come from far away, come with much money. And so our souk is always busy, busy, busy. No such thing as a thing no one needs.
You say that every time, Master Gengen. Some sort of family motto, wasn't it? Or perhaps a Mord philosophy, for which we should all be very grateful. Would that everyone was so willing to take in refugees regardless of race or creed. Now then, if you intend to spend any time here, you'll want to gain the trust of the locals. And there's a little custom all newcomers are expected to observe.
The cracking of the coin purse. You buy one thing from the market. Price can be low or high, just as long as you buy.
As the good Mord says. In fact, the Exarch sent a little something to cover this very expense. A Verbert gold piece, no less. The first I've held in years.
Verbert gold? Real Verbert gold?
Here, newcomer, crack your coin purse with me.
Oh no, you want my goods, newcomer. I have jars and pots all smooth and shiny.
Over here! Come and look!
You buy, you buy?
Enough of that! Calm, I say! This one must still journey through the barrens. Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots. Nothing better for the road than a full belly. Spend that piece at Ronron's place, yes? Eat for 3 before you leave.
I've become very popular. And also, I worry about the food here. Ugh. Bit. I'm going with the bread. $40? Oh, can't finish it all. Taken out by bread. No returns. You put me up to this. It was your fault. Dun dun dun. Is it all clean though? Uh-oh. When I get to it. Right, gone to a literal desert. A place where it is always sunshiny. By force. All right. We're in a new place, and so they take their time explaining the new place and making sure that you know the new place. There, I've saved the children. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Artificially inflated, but yes. Now, let's try that again. I will take your bribe. Been around the market, helped everybody in town. How convenient. Nobody. Her. There we go. Hang on. Hey, why didn't you have a quest when everybody else had a quest? Excuse you. Both in game and IRL. Method acting. Personally, I'm just happy to see my experience bar move by a significant margin whenever I do quests again. It's been a while since I've felt this feeling of vertical progression. But why does he smell like cabbage? I have more important questions now. My cabbages. I love that over the past year, she's just been saying, oh, Unaleska did it like this, or oh, Unaleska's like that. Like, just my friend. Right. They also give us a nice little tidbit of like not. Hey, Beard. They also give us this nice little bit of like showing kind of like how Alize feels about the Warrior of Light and her own strength in comparison. Like you can tell she's constantly comparing herself to you. Which is not a fair comparison to make, but it is what she would do. Uh-oh. I may have attracted all of the wildlife. Yes. And in case it has not been very clear, this region is the first equivalent of Ul'dah. Well, and it's a big trade hub, and lots of money flowed through, and also that map earlier kind of put them in the same geographical location. Basically, the idea is that the first only had the one major calamity, which is of course the Flood of Light. It didn't have the other calamities that the source did. So basically the idea is, okay, what if the source, but no calamities except for the Flood of Light? So in the source, Ul'dah is the split off of two kingdoms that split from each other and had a war with each other. Without major calamities to exacerbate that issue that caused them to split and to war with each other. Without any like calamities to cause that, they stay united and grow bigger to make, you know, what this empire was. It's an interesting world building exercise. Multiverse is a better example. Because it's not exact one-to-one. Yeah. Dun dun dun. I like that his answer is literally, oh no, there might be a ghost wandering around. Time to help the living people. Aww. Oh yeah. It's a common trope. I would make jokes that I will eventually have one of these, but on Yuna, no. Yuna couldn't possibly have one of these. Right? Yep, he just left. He just wandered off. No, he did not rest at all. But you know what? That's okay. Right, I can't fly yet. Hang on. I absolutely tried to fly just now. Okay, so I have to do this. They're like, oh, these look to be about the right size, but if you look at my strides, and I'm an adult and she's a young Ellison, there is no way those are her feet. If she were a Lalafell, maybe. No, sorry. We have watched Alize walk.
All systems nominal.
Hey, Katarina, welcome home.
Hello. Have you stopped bullying the wildlife?
For now.
Hi, Andrew.
Get back here!
Is that... It can't be.
So usually I snark her with this one. Let's just try the first one. See how she handles complete flattery by her hero.
Just a lesser sin eater. Nothing to write home about. I knew you'd turn up sooner or later, but I had been hoping for sooner. How are you? We've fought them to a standstill, then. The Exarch did say that the Empire seemed to have drawn back when he last looked in on the source. But without knowing for sure how fast time was passing there, I couldn't help worrying that a lot might have happened since then. I'm heartily relieved to hear that it hasn't, just as Alphino must have been. As you can imagine, both he and Urianger were desperate to hear the news from home when I arrived. I haven't actually seen Thancred and Y'shtola yet, but they will have heard all the latest developments from the Exarch by now, or should have at least. When I think of how frantic Tataru and the others must be, I want nothing more than to rush back and reassure them. But we still haven't found a way to reverse the summoning. And even if we had, we couldn't just ignore Urianger's vision. He may use 10 words where one would suffice, and they may often obscure as much as they reveal. But on this matter, he was as clear as day. I do not doubt for one moment that he saw what he claims. Nor how difficult it must have been to speak about them. The 8th Umbral Calamity and your death aren't exactly topics for idle conversation. As much as I might want to go home, I don't want to go home to that. We can't allow the rejoining to happen, which means we have to save the first from the Sin Eaters. That great wall of white is a remnant of the Flood. 100 years ago, the balance in the First tipped decisively in favor of light. From that moment, it rose and swelled with each passing day, and then, without warning, it burst forth like water from a broken dam. A colossal wave of pure light, drowning everything in its wake. Only Norvrant was spared. For the most part, living things are composed of ether of various different aspects. But when exposed to such a flood, their etheric harmony is shattered, and their natural form breaks down. Then they either perish, or are warped into mindless abominations. Yes, that's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once living creatures, or people, that were caught in the path of the flood. Once the change is wrought, there is no going back. In that instant, they are gripped by an insatiable appetite for ether, and will happily gorge themselves on any living thing within reach. But even that is not the worst of it. The stronger Sin Eaters can plant light in us, like seeds in soil, corrupting our ether, and triggering the birth of new monstrosities. They are creatures of base instinct, that exist only to feed and to multiply. They feel no pity, know no remorse, and are utterly deaf to reason. Which is why they must be destroyed. Every last one of them. The infirmary is full of the Sin Eaters' victims, left here to spend their final hours waiting for the change to overtake them.
They've made some minor adjustments to Alize's character to reflect her 1 year of being separated from most of us. She's still Alize. They haven't changed her too much, but just a little bit more experienced. She's less frantic about things.
She's learned to chill out a bit.
Yeah, just a little bit, and she kind of stays like it's basically just Alize, but tuned down a little bit.
Yes.
And also, old Alize would never have said, kill them on sight. Because she tries to generally save everybody. So she's at least internalized the lesson of you can't save everybody. I would have liked to seen that character growth happen on screen, though. That would have been really cool. Instead of just, oh, she's been here a year, and they adjusted her character a little bit. I mean, or it could have been in Stormblood, where, you know, there's an active war going on and she couldn't save the daughter, Oh yeah, no, we're not gonna get to the first dungeon today. We're not even gonna get to the dungeon like on Wednesday.
Hi, Stella.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so tired I couldn't even do Battletech today. I was there for maybe an hour. I was like, I need to go home.
Yeah, in case people have thought that like it was a unique thing to Dawn Trail. No, it's not. They do it every time we go somewhere new.
Oh yeah.
They did it in A Realm Reborn. They did it in Shadowbringers. They did it in Dawn Trail.
New area. Welcome to all of the main story quests. We have so many side quests.
Well, it's mostly just we're going to properly explain what you need to know about this area before we do anything.
Oh yeah, it's world building. All of it's world building.
Exposition.
Yes. And sometimes it's presented better than others, but you know.
I mean, they always do this long exposition where they spend multiple hours just telling you this is how this works, this is how that works, this is what we're going through. Like it's always the same kind of vibe. I would say that the way they do it in Shadowbringers and Dawn Trail is, again, more technically advanced than what they did in A Realm Reborn. But again, since Shadowbringers, there's been a just overall increase in technical polish. So if I compare directly from Shadowbringers to Dawn Trail, exactly the same. They don't change from Shadowbringers to Dawn Trail.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, a good place where we could have seen Alize's change on screen and it would have felt just fine is actually in Stormblood, where, you know, she had to confront that reality right in front of her face, and she doesn't. She berates herself for not being able to save the girl or convince the mom to not. Oh. Let me go get another one, because I had finished the one that I had. All right. Thank you for the hydrate, Stella. Thank you. She has been telling me a couple that you have been talking about me incessantly. Oh yeah. Again, she's still Alize. They just tuned her a little bit. Oh, and if you do the other option earlier where you could say, oh, you nearly missed one, she kind of does this. She gets flustered and she kind of goes, well, you startled me in a kind of in a way. I wasn't expecting to see you.
I like that option personally.
It's my favorite option. She's cute when flustered. And of course, Teslian's like, aha, you have a crush on her.
Our baby gay.
Listen. She's not necessarily baby gay. You could be a dude. She'd just like it.
Sure, but you happen not to be?
I do. I appreciate that they don't change it depending on your gender. She's like this regardless.
Yes.
Baby bi?
I also appreciate this. Sure, baby bi, but I mean, we're keeping things in context, so baby gay. Oh god, why am I so tired?
You worked hard today. I'm gonna grab these side quests and then we're gonna call it because I'm, here with an Aetheryte. Yeah. Oh no, now that I'm, in front of her, she won't say a thing. Might get a couple from Tesleen though. Okay. Side quest grabbed. I did. Okay, yes. All right. Is there a better place to sit? 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 I have a place to sit? I like having places to sit. Oh, chairs. Chairs. Yeah, perfect. Let Una rest her weary feet. Have a good night.